We on? Are we on? Okay.
We're on.
We're on?
We're on.
All right. We are on.
That's rolling.
We are on. We're rolling.
People are watching this.
All right.
You're looking stupid right now.
Yeah, no, but I can cut it out, so I'm not worried about it.
You could. We're both kind of looking dumb, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We can leave it in.
So, hey, it's good to have you back, everybody. It's been a while since we've shot some videos here. Today we're talking about maybe something that might be a little bit in your face. And, you know, right now you might be struggling. You might be down in the pit, trying to figure out how to get out of it. And you're waiting. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Here's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for somebody to come save you. Here is a fact. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. But the oxymoron is that you're not alone. So let's talk about that a little bit, Josh, because we've both been there before, and you know where we had our struggle. And sometimes I think people aren't moving because they think somebody's gonna come save them, and they ain't moving, right?
I love it how you were just instantly sitting there going, nobody's coming to get you. Like, you're on your own. You need to figure this out. Because for the longest time, that's literally how I felt, was just alone. So I wasn't waiting for anybody to save me. I felt alone anyway, so who's going to save me?
That's a good point.
And if I don't care enough to save myself, then who's going to care enough to save me?
Yeah, good point.
I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose. You're kind of sitting there alone going, this sucks being alone. Well, but I'm kind of all right being alone.
Do you think there is a point though where you actually got yourself in that I'll say that zone of being alone? I mean, did you cause some of that?
Oh, absolutely, 1,000,000%. Yeah, 100%, 100%. I caused 99% of it, I would say. And that's just because you like to isolate when you're feeling down. Then you can have the pity parties and the poor me's and look at how crappy my life is. It sucks, and look where I'm at, and all that garbage that you tend to do. And it just, when you get out of it, you just kind of have to look back at it and giggle and go, really?
Well, I know. I mean,
Really?
there is another side of it. And you know what? There are people out there right now that, hey, maybe you just lost a loved one. Maybe just, you know, your wife passed away. You've been married for 20, 30, 40 years, and you're trying to figure out the next steps. That's normal, right? So we're not really talking about that. We're talking about times when you've been stuck for years and you haven't made a move.
Yeah,
Right.
and when you just sit there stagnant, that's the problem. The longer you sit in your own filth, basically, the worse it gets. I mean, you let trash lie around long enough, it's going to start stinking, right? I mean, that's reality. So you leave your garbage, your life's version of garbage, out there, and you just let it hang out and don't do anything about it. It's going to start stinking. You got to clean it up.
I'm going to take a step back, though, to get to the point where we were both kind of, I'll say, selfish and just focused on ourselves and woe is me, right? But what were the thoughts that you were having in those moments? Do you remember?
No.
I mean, for me, it was, man, I can't believe I made this big mistake. I couldn't get over. Probably more the shame than anything else. I thought I was better than that. I had higher expectations of myself. But I mean, the one word I keep coming back to, and I'll say it 3 times, is pride, pride, and pride.
Ego.
Ego, right? The ego kind of got in the
You got to
way.
throw some ego and pride together, man, because the two go together, I feel.
100%. Everybody's got an ego.
Yep. And when your pride gets high, your ego gets higher. And once your ego gets too high and you think you're better than everything, that's when it really starts getting bad. You know, I was actually just talking to a guy about this the other day, just about control.
Keep going. Yeah.
Feeling like I had control of everything. When I thought I had control of everything, my life was an absolute train wreck. All the time. There was always chaos and just garbage going on. And as soon as I realized that I'm not in control and learned to just kind of go with the flow, my life got way better. When I stopped trying to control every aspect of it and I just let go, it gets better. And that just makes it that much easier. And once you can do that, then you can start letting go of the other things, the garbage that's been sitting there that you need to kind of clean up.
I think those are 2 key words right there, is letting go. I think a lot of people hold on to the stuff that they...
I don't think a lot of people do. I think we all do. I think we're all guilty of that. Holding on to old baggage. You know, at some point in our life, we've all done it. And we've thought, yeah, this is great. Let me wallow in this for a while. You know, and the worst part is once you let it go, the self-pity goes too.
So here's a question for you out there. What are you holding on to? And what aren't you letting go of right now? Because there is freedom in letting go. of the thing that's weighing you down right now. These things that you aren't letting go, trust me, they're causing you to be where you are today. Consider, I mean, really take a deep introspection of yourself
And
and figure out like what's causing it.
the
It's
problem
hard
is
to do.
it's not easy, period. Because the reason it's so hard to do is you don't see what you're doing wrong. You need someone there to help point those things out.
Like a counselor, maybe a friend.
A counselor, a friend, a loved one, a partner, whatever it may be. Someone in your life that you can trust that will help guide you in the right direction. But it took me a long time to let go. It took a men's weekend for me to let go of the baggage I was carrying. You know, that's truth. I couldn't do it on my own. I tried. Tried for years and years to let it go, and I just couldn't. And it took a men's weekend and breaking me down to my bare core to let go of it.
Yeah. I think everybody kind of thinks that, oh, I'm the only, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people think this is the only time it's ever happened. I'm the only person it's affecting, and they think they're the only ones that have ever been in the dumps like this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And they might be the only one who's been in that position, because you know what? Everybody's life's a little bit different, and every situation differs a little too from, you know, I mean, but generally you can find some similarities in most things. But once you find that and you can figure that out and start letting go of it, I don't know what else to say other than you need to just let it go.
Well, you know, it's easier said than done, but I mean, the other part of that that phrase "let go" could be "let God," right? I mean, that's the other thing I
Well,
talked
that's
about
the
starting
second
out.
part.
It's the second part that I was referring to is, again, you know, nobody's coming to save you, but the oxymoron is that you're not alone. I mean, if you really truly believe in God, some of you may have faith in God or Jesus and Jesus. Some of you may not have any relationship, but I would tell you that from my perspective, when I was going through what I went through, it was leaning on God. Probably last. I had my friends and my family first. God came last. Probably should have came first.
Yeah, takes what it takes to get you there.
That's right. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Your vibe attracts your tribe, my guy.
Yeah.
Those are all things, little slogans that we learn to live
That's
by.
right.
You know, it's just because it worked for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Just because I did it this way doesn't mean you should do it this way. Everybody's different, and everybody's different in chemical makeup and how they respond and react and everything. So, you know, absolutely, I agree with that, different strokes for different folks. But you can take bits and pieces from what you hear from different people and try to make something that works for you.
Yeah. I mean, what did you do when you were taking that next step up? You're like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Like, what was it? Was it a person that entered your life? Was it leaning more on God? Was it Bible study? Was it going to church? Was it a loved one? I mean, do you
The
remember?
next step for me changing my life was 2 fists of Crown Royal and a man staring at me going, if your friend would have blew off half his face with a shotgun, would you have done the same thing? And I said, no, that's where it changed for me.
Yeah. So you had a friend in the hospital was in an accident from drinking.
Yep.
And somebody asked that question, and you know they
Well,
asked you how did you feel about it, and you said I feel like having a beer.
Yep.
And the next question was, so you're telling me that basically if you took a shotgun to suicide, you do the same thing? And it was like click, right? Light
Yeah,
bulb.
it took someone saying it to me in a certain way for me to grasp it, because I didn't grasp what I was there for.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to have someone make that comment to me, and it was just like, oh, that's literally what I just said I was going to do. I was going to grab a loaded shotgun and put it to my face and pull the trigger. That's it. And it took that for me to realize it.
But with everything that you had kind of been taught, what that was conveyed to you, maybe that was shared with you around like stopping to drink, that was the one comment that kind of got you thinking like, oh man, I got to change.
Oh, dude, I had been
Right.
in AA for like a month at that point.
See, there you go. Yeah.
I had been going, and I was just there because, well, to be honest, the court ordered me to. They said, you need to go. We think you have a drug problem. I'm like, I don't have a drug problem or a drinking problem. Lo and behold, I realized I did. I mean, I realized to the point that I made it a point to call the judge and thank him for making me go to AA.
Wow.
Well, I didn't think I had a problem, and he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And he made me go. And when I went, like I said, the first month, I didn't take it seriously. I was like, this is dumb. I don't need to be here. Then that happened to a friend of mine, and another mutual friend reached out and had said something, and it was just like it took that for it to click. And it takes different things for things to click. I mean,
That's
I was
right.
sitting in a room every day for an hour for a month, and it still wasn't clicking.
With a bunch of people who are alcoholics.
Who are
trying to figure-
alcoholics.
trying to
I mean, it
figure
even
out.
came to a point where I would not say, hi, I'm Josh, I'm an alcoholic. I'd just be like, hey, I'm Josh, I pass. And it came to a point where a gentleman who had been sitting next to me at one point finally lost it. And it's not something you do in AA. You don't talk to one another. And he looked at me, and he looked right at me and said, you know what? The sad part is people just can't admit that they're a fucking alcoholic.
Yeah.
Older gentleman. This gentleman was probably 60-some years old, and he was new into AA himself. Had been in it like a year and a half. Realized he had a problem, and he's sitting there lecturing me about it, going, realize it, man. You're here for a reason. See the bigger picture. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks, is when you're in the depths of it, you don't see it.
But you were forced to take steps that you wouldn't have taken otherwise, and your actions previously got you to the point where you had to take steps. So again, different strokes for different folks. But
I learned the hard way.
I think it's better not to have somebody force you to do something versus you taking action on your own.
I don't disagree, but again, everybody has to learn.
That's what I'm saying, though. You have an opportunity right now to change it. And you know what? Your pain is not supposed to linger, to be here forever. It's supposed to pass. Your pain is supposed to pass. But if you have the mindset that it's always should be here, because you're holding on to this junk that you should be letting go of, you're going to be stuck there for a long time.
It's never going to change. It's never going to get better.
So again, nobody is coming to save you, but there are options out there. Again, God, family, friends, going down the list, being forced to go, and people are forced to go. I got a friend of mine right now struggling with some stuff. His wife's saying, man, if you don't make changes, we're done. You know what I mean? And you're out of the house. Not done, but you're out of the house. And he's like, oh, man, I got to do something now. I don't think he wanted it to get to that point.
Well, I don't think anybody wants it to get to that point.
Right.
But you got to do something.
Yeah.
It takes what it takes.
Yeah. So we're going to end with that. Do something. If you don't want to be stuck, simply go do something. This has been Finding Hope in a Suffering Society. I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
We're here to help you find the beauty
in the darkness.
And by the way, if you found that light,
please go show your glow to the rest of the world.
Check you in the next video.
See you guys.